through the summer leaves and stories left untold. The cafes were closing one by one, their windows glowing warm, while a distant train beyond the hills sang its midnight song. I wandered through the quiet air without a plan in mind. Then I saw you by the corner light and left the world behind. You smiled and all the city noise seemed farther than before, like every crowded avenue had opened up a door. The night was moving softly, like a slow and gentle tide, and every beat within my chest was impossible to hide. Moon over Cherry Street, shining on your face, turning ordinary moments into scenes of timeless grace. Moon over Cherry Street, glowing silver bright, you became my favorite memory in the middle of the night. The breeze carried the scent of rain from gardens down the lane, and every little passing cloud softened the moon again. We talked about the lives we'd lived, the roads that brought us here, the victories and heartaches collected through the years. The stars above the rooftops seemed closer than before, like they were leaning down to hear what we were wishing for. A lonely saxophone somewhere was drifting through the dark, playing notes that felt exactly like the rhythm of my heart. The hours slipped away from us like pages in a book, yet every second lingered in every smile look. Moon over Cherry Street, melodies returning again and again. Moon over Cherry Street, still shining in my soul, like the final note of a love song, making broken pieces whole. Moon over Cherry Street, brighter than the stars above. Every beam of silver moonlight carries echoes of our love. Moon over Cherry Street, moon over Cherry Street, moon over Cherry Street. The moon still shines on Cherry Street tonight. I found an old cafe tonight beneath a silver sky, the kind of place where memories and midnight dreams pass by. The window held reflections of streetlights dressed in gold, and every little corner seemed to have a story told. I sat beside the rainy glass with nowhere else to be. Then your smile arrived like music and settled next to me. The city kept on moving, but somehow time stood still, like the night it made a promise only our hearts could feel. The moon was drawing pictures across the avenue, and every line it painted was leading me to you. Moonlit letters in my heart, written softly in the dark. Every word you gave to me left a gentle little spark. Moonlit letters in my heart, floating like a melody, turning lonely evenings into beautiful memories. The coffee cups grew colder as the hours drifted by. We traded little secrets underneath the sleepy sky. You told me about places you'd always hoped to see, and every dream you carried felt a little close to me. Outside, the river shimmered with silver waves of light, while distant laughter echoed through the quiet night. I wish the hands of every clock would simply stay in place, so I could keep forever this moment and your face. The stars above were listening thunderstorm or fireworks in the sky. Maybe it's a quiet feeling that arrives without asking why. A smile across a small cafe, a hand reaching for mine. A simple night becoming a memory frozen in time. Moonlit letters in my heart, still shining through the years, like a song that keeps on playing long after it disappears. Moonlit letters in my heart, brighter than the stars above. Every page the moonlight writes tells the story of our love. Moonlit letters in my heart, moonlit letters in my heart. The moon still writes your name across my heart tonight. Midnight settled on the avenue like velvet on the air. Streetlights drew their golden lines while shadows wandered there. The coffee shop was almost closed. A few lights still remained. The scent of roasted memories hung softly in the rain. I sat beside the window pane, watching headlights drift away. Then you stepped through the doorway and changed the shape of my day. A quiet smile, a gentle wave, nothing grand or new. Yet somehow all the music in the room leaned into you. The city kept on dreaming beyond the foggy glass, while something beautiful between us was beginning to surpass. Midnight coffee serenade, playing low and sweet, like a melody that found its way The barista stacked the empty cups and dimmed the corner light, but neither one of us was ready to say goodbye tonight. You told me of the ocean and the towns you've never seen, of sunsets over distant hills and places in between. Outside the rain kept falling in rhythm soft and slow, like brushes dancing on a snare in a late night jazz tableau. The moon appeared between the clouds above the sleeping town, and silver painted every rooftop as silence settled down. The hours felt weightless, like leaves upon a stream, the kind of night that lingers long after it's a dream. Midnight coffee serenade, playing low and sweet, like a melody that found its way to every heartbeat. Midnight coffee serenade, floating through the blue. Every note the evening played seemed to lead me back to you. Some nights disappear by morning, like footprints in the sand, but some become forever with a touch of someone's hand. Maybe that's the reason this memory feels so true. A simple cup of coffee and a quiet night with you. Midnight coffee serenade still echoes in my soul, like the final note of a love song, making scattered pieces whole. Midnight coffee serenade underneath the moonlit hue, and every time I hear that tune, it brings me back to you. Midnight coffee serenade, midnight coffee serenade. Midnight settled on the avenue, like velvet on the air. Street lights drew their golden lines while shadows wandered there. The coffee shop was almost closed, a few lights still remain. The scent of roasted memories hung softly in the rain. I sat beside the window pane, watching headlights drift away. Then you stepped through the doorway and changed the shape of my day. A quiet smile, a gentle wave, nothing grand or new, yet somehow all the music in the room leaned into you. The city kept on dreaming beyond the foggy glass, while something beautiful between us was beginning to surpass. Midnight coffee serenade, playing low and sweet. The city wears a coat of gold beyond the balcony. Streetlights sparkle far below, like stars upon the sea. A summer breeze drifts through the night, softly through my hair, carrying distant melodies from somewhere in the air. I lean against the railing, watching clouds drift slowly by. Then I see your silhouette beneath the moonlit sky. You smile and all the noise below fades into the blue, as if the whole world paused a while just to welcome you. The evening feels enchanted, like a dream becoming true. Every star above the city seems to shine for me and you. Starlight on the balcony, dancing on your face, turning ordinary moments into timeless little days. Starlight on the balcony, floating through the air, like a beautiful jazz melody only our hearts can hear. The moon hangs over rooftops like a pearl upon the night, while windows glow like lanterns in the distance, shining bright. We talk about tomorrow and memories long gone, the kind of conversations you wish could carry on. The breeze keeps moving gently, like a rhythm, soft and slow, keeping perfect time with us as the hours come and go. 1,000 lights below us paint reflections in your eyes, and everyone feels brighter than the stars across the sky. The night keeps unfolding like pages from a song, and every note it gives us makes me wanna stay longer. Starlight on the balcony, dancing on your face, turning ordinary moments into timeless heaven's velvet hue. Every light across the city reminds me of you. Starlight on the balcony, starlight on the balcony. The city falls asleep, the stars remain above, and so does our love.
Little cafe by the square was closing for the night. Coffee cups and quiet laughter faded with the light. The evening air was cool and sweet, the boulevard was blue. I thought I knew what loneliness was before I ran into you. The barista flipped the open sign, the last guest drifted home, but somehow in that fading hour I didn't feel alone. A gentle breeze through maple trees moved softly through the town, and every worry on my mind was slowly settling down. The moon was rising higher above the rooftops old, turning every window pane into silver and gold. Coffee, moonlight, and you, that's all the night required. Three simple things together that set my heart on fire. Coffee, moonlight, and you, like a perfect jazz tune. Everything felt beautiful beneath the lazy moon. We wandered down the riverside without a destination, talking about forgotten dreams and future celebrations. The water held the city lights like diamonds drifting free, and every story that you shared painted new colors in me. A distant boat moved quietly across the midnight tide, while the stars above seemed closer. With you by my side, the world setting my heart on fire. Coffee, moonlight, and you, like a perfect jazz tune. Everything felt beautiful beneath the lazy moon. Forever here with you. Coffee, moonlight, and you. Coffee, moonlight, and you. Coffee has grown cold. The moon is still above, and I'm still thinking of you. The evening poured its amber glow across the cafe floor. A familiar jazz tune lingered by the half-closed wooden door. Outside, the city drifted by in rivers made of light, while I sat with a cup of coffee and watched the falling night. The air was warm with cinnamon and echoes of old songs. Then you walked in smiling softly, like you'd been there all along. A quiet kind of magic settled gently in the room, like the first star of the evening appearing through the blue. The moon climbed over
that carried my heart away. We talked about forgotten books and places near the sea, about little dreams we carried and who we hope to be. The waiter stacked the empty chairs, the lights were growing low, but neither one of us was ready to stand up and go. Outside, the rain began to fall in gentle silver lines, and every drop upon the glass seemed perfectly in time. The saxophone kept singing from somewhere in the room, wrapping every word we shared in a velvet kind of bloom. The stars beyond the clouds were hidden out of sight, yet somehow all the heavens felt closer that night. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, where the midnight colors sway, you turned an ordinary evening into something that would stay. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, beneath the moon's soft ray, I found a little piece of love that carried my heart away. Some moments don't arrive with thunder or fireworks above. Sometimes they come with coffee cups and the quiet start of love. A glance across a tiny table, a smile that feels like home, a simple night that somehow says you'll never walk alone. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, at the Velvet Sky Cafe. Under the velvet sky, where my heart learned your name. Champagne Champagne skies above the town glow softly after dark. Golden colors fade to blue as evening leaves its mark. The rooftop lights are twinkling like stars that lost their way, floating through the summer air at the end of day. I came here for the quiet, for a little time alone. Then your smile found me somehow, and suddenly I was home. The breeze carried distant laughter from somewhere down below, and every little light around us seemed warmer in its glow. The moon was rising slowly above the city view, and every dream I ever saved felt closer next to you. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes shining through the night, turning little sparks of hope into rivers made of light. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes, like a sweet refrain, a melody I'll carry with me again and again. The rooftops stretched for miles around beneath the silver moon, while a lonely saxophone below played a tender tune. We talked about the places we hoped one day to see, and all the hidden corners where our hearts could wander free. The stars appeared between the clouds like diamonds in the blue, and every wish I made that night somehow led to you. Time moved like a slow dance, graceful, warm and true, the kind of night that leaves a trace in everything you do. The city kept on breathing far beyond our sight, but all that really mattered was this beautiful night. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes shining through the night, turning little sparks of hope into rivers made of light. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes, like a sweet refrain, a melody I'll carry with me again and again. Maybe some hearts meet by chance, or maybe by design, like constellations finding shapes across the endless sky. Whatever brought us here tonight, one thing I know is true: this rooftop full of moonlight feels brighter because of you. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes, still dancing in my soul, like the final chord of a love song Every golden light reminds me of the night we fell in love. Champagne skies, moonlit eyes. Champagne skies and moonlit eyes. Under champagne skies, I'm still dreaming of you tonight. Blue roses at midnight rest upon the windowsill. Moonlight spills across the room, and everything is still. The city hums beyond the glass in shades of gold and gray, while distant headlights paint the dark before they fade away. I wrap my hands around a cup of coffee gone lukewarm, listening to the quiet rain outside the storm. Then your message lights my phone like a star across the sea. A simple "How are you tonight?" means more than it should to me. The clock keeps moving slowly, but my heart is taking flight, following every little word you send into the night. Blue roses at midnight, blooming in the dark. Every thought of you becomes a tiny shining spark. Blue roses at midnight, soft as velvet skies, growing in the secret garden hidden behind my eyes. The rain keeps tapping rhythms against the window pane, like brushes on a snare drum, repeating your name again. The moon peeks through the clouds, then disappears from sight, like a shy and silver dancer moving through the night. I imagine distant places where we could walk someday, beside rivers full of moonlight at the close of day. Until then, I'll keep these moments safe inside my heart, like pressed flowers in a journal, never falling apart. Some dreams arrive so gently, you barely know they're there, until they fill the empty spaces with something rare. Blue roses at midnight, blooming in the dark. Every thought of you becomes a tiny shining spark. Blue feels a little bright whenever thoughts of you appear, like blue roses at midnight. Blue roses at midnight, still blooming in my soul, like the final line of a love song, making broken pieces whole. Blue roses at midnight, under stars above, every petal holds a memory of a slowly growing love. Blue roses at midnight, blue roses at midnight, blue roses at midnight, blooming in my heart tonight. The evening slipped into the room through curtains made of gold, bringing whispers from the city and stories yet untold. A candle flickered on the table beside a cup of tea, while distant jazz from down the street drifted quietly to me. I watched the moon above the rooftops, painting silver on the sky. Then I saw your reflection as you gently walked by. You smiled, and for a moment the whole world seemed to sway, like a melody was waiting for the words we couldn't say. The stars were shining softly, like diamonds in the blue. Slowly leading to you, dancing with the moonlight, turning circles in my mind, like a sweet and gentle rhythm, too beautiful to leave behind. Dancing with the moonlight, with your hand holding mine, every heartbeat found its melody, every moment felt divine. The boulevard was glowing in shades of amber and pearl, 1,000 tiny lights reflected across the sleeping world. We wandered by the riverside, beneath the summer air, talking about forever, like we could all